Meghan is pissed she didn't get the attention she wanted last night, so she had her spokespersons wait until 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time to release a sensationalized claim to capture maximum media exposure. So far, the New York City Police Department has zero information, and the only evidence has come from sources. Theo, ABC. Harry and Meghan were home no more than 20 minutes after their departure from the event, according to police sources. I guess riding with Meghan feels like 2 hours for Harry. Let's assume Meghan is in real danger by being chased by the Paps. Again, let's assume this hypothetical, far-fetched situation. Why do they then venture out if they think they are in grave danger? Surely receiving a vague award isn't as important as your life, then why bother? My husband wouldn't just give in and record the danger on his phone if I was really in danger. This was all a setup. They could have paid them a good chunk of money to chase them and act like they were being chased. And I am sure that unnamed paparazzi don't really care about bringing a bad name to their profession as long as they get paid for it. Who is going to verify the story and back the paparazzi? No one. Hence, they get to be the ultimate victims. You want to stay in the limelight, but then when the light is shed, they want to say it's too bright, and we don't like it. If they just posed for the Paps for like 10 seconds and gave them a couple of pictures, they would have been chased. You can't choose the degree of your popularity. You either want to be popular or you want to not stay in the limelight. Pick one. Harry wants the attention of an A-list celebrity, but wants to act like a commoner. His wife fuels this nonsense, and no one asks them the real questions, like how the hell or why the hell is she getting any awards? What exactly is her body work? Just awards after awards? This was such a bad stunt. I am quite shocked about how they got away with all this. The media coddles them while they shit on the entire media industry, and it's a sick, vicious circle. The amount of psychological abuse being done to Harry by capitalizing on his post-traumatic stress disorder is frightening. They're becoming irrelevant, so this is her attempt to regain control. It's a dangerous game, Harry. It's a dangerous game. Maybe Harry's mistaking people here for people in the UK, or even Europe. A stalker here isn't likely going to use a moped, unlike Europe, UK, where they're common. A 2-hour chase through Manhattan, where celebs come and go as they please, to the point where most use the subway without issue. It's clear that Harry has no perspective of the actual American experience, how we think and live, or how a real American would actually act and react. That's a really good point to make. I can't remember the last time I remember the Paps in the US being a problem since the days of the party trio of Britney, Paris, and Lindsay. I think Meghan and Harry would benefit from a calendar so they can realize it's not the 1990s anymore. Everyone has a camera in their pocket and instant access to social media, and most people don't care anyway. Especially in NYC, the capital of the don't give a fuck, get out of my way, I've got places to be city in the US. Harry truly doesn't know what being American is because he's not even bothered to try to learn yet. He called our First Amendment bonkers, literally the only right that we Americans can still agree on, kinda like Meghan couldn't be bothered to learn the UK national anthem. Actually, for a second, I'll assume they were in a catastrophic 2-hour car chase in Manhattan. These bozos have every financial opportunity to lead a private life away from the limelight. They can work behind the scenes on production deals to pay for their lifestyle and security. They choose to keep themselves in the public eye. But as a New Yorker, I also call bullshit on this story. The Kardashians filmed their New York season in a hotel that was on my way when I walked to work. One day, I saw them exit the hotel. About 10 photographers all took pictures, but the 3 of them just smiled and posed and chatted with the paparazzi, and then they got into their vehicles and no one followed them. I witnessed the whole thing. I have seen Bradley Cooper, Polina Porotskova, and several sitcom stars in New York City. My friend is fuzzy in the background of a picture in People magazine when he ate at a restaurant where Seal, Heidi Klum, met Gwen Stefani. I have walked past movie premieres in New York City. Most recently, I have pictures from the Babylon movie premiere. Brad Pitt starred at Lincoln Center. Never have I seen paparazzi chase, let alone catastrophically, for 2 hours. Of course, there may have been paparazzi at this event, but if Harry and Meghan were to just smile and let them get their photo, the photogs would quickly leave them alone and then focus on rushing to get their photos to be the first sold. By handling paparazzi the way they do, they create this situation where photogs want that exclusive, elusive photo and maybe pursue it. Even with Harry and Meghan's behavior, I just don't believe their story. It makes no sense, and Harry and Meghan sound desperate, or more like people with mental illness to me than innocent victims of relentless press that won't leave them alone, or they simply try to justify why they need someone else to pay for their security, so they have the more money to buy a home with more than 16 bathrooms and 16 walk-in closets full of expensive, ill-fitting designer clothes. Harry's fate will not end well. The whole time he's been saying that Meghan will end up like his mother, but in actuality, I'm afraid it's Harry's fate. If only he didn't choose to run away from his real family. How can he trust two strangers, Doria and Meghan, whom he met just a few years ago, but then did not care at all about his family? I thought he had a great relationship with Catherine. I mean, Catherine has a brother herself, and would have gotten all the help in the world for Harry if only he hadn't betrayed her like that. I feel like somewhere Harry craved that family that William always had in the Middletons. But the family that Harry ended up getting was the mother-daughter grifter duo. It's a sad affair, and sometimes I really feel bad for the kids. The news of her getting this award was basically nowhere except the usual places, such as Daily Mail, Express, People, and New York Post. But this news, well, it's in the New York Times. Though I will note that the comments on the New York Times Facebook post are pretty brutal and lots of people questioning their narrative. The 2-hour point is a big sticking point for people, and those who have lived or currently live in New York City seem very suspicious of all this, and rightfully so. They have miscalculated big time. Harry and Meghan think that because many people either like Diana or have sympathy for him because his mother died, that this will play in their favor. The other issue is that tomorrow, the summary judgment against Harry's Home Office security case is to be delivered. Not sure of all the details, but I know others on here know way more. And using this stunt to try and impact a probably already written judgment is so gross and transparent. What do you think of Meghan Markle's insane thirst for attention? Let us know your thoughts below in the comment section. We hope you found this video helpful. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you like it. Thank you for watching this newsletter. See you in the next videos. Goodbye.